California. It's a great day today. So glad to have each and every one of you here. We are so excited. Why am I excited? For one reason, we've got Brandon J. Hollis with us on our program today, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be all that and then some. Now, this is what you got to do. I need you to see if you can share it. You can share it with your friends, share it with some people, let them know you're watching, let them know, you're doing what you got to do, because we're going to talk about some stuff today. And you know what? He just may break out and start preaching for you. I don't know. From Hollywood, California, Brother Steve here. Stay with us, y'all.
From Hollywood.
Yo, DJ.
Your DJ has only just begun.
Hello, I'm Bishop T.D. Jakes, and you're watching Brother Steve TV.
Hey, it's LaToya Luckett, and you're watching Brother Steve TV.
This is Rance Allen, and you're watching my friend, Brother Steve TV.
Hey, y'all, this is Landry Johnson, and you're watching Brother Steve TV.
Hi, this is Rodney Darkchild Jerky. This is Chris Tucker. This is Kirk Franklin.
And you are watching Brother Steve.
And you're watching Brother Steve.
Brother Steve TV.
Stay tuned.
From Hollywood, California, you're watching Brother Steve TV.
It's a praise jam party, yep, it's going up. Brother Steve, the Sunshine Band, that's what's up. Him and his crew, they really making stations nervous. Brother Steve deliver hits like the Postal Service. Must I remind you of his credentials? Brother Steve, go hard, he go large, he's monumental. That's it, it's over. A finality, call the pallbearers, the station's buried in Cali.
360, going hard for the Lord. It's the praise jam party. Brother Steve is in charge. For all the hot exclusives and the brand new styles, tune in every week, adjust your radio dial to the most unpredictable show on the airwaves. From the land of the stars to the home of the Braves. We go hard for the Lord. Yeah. It's how we rep Christ. We don't apologize for it. We go hard.
From Hollywood, California, we're so glad to have my very special guest here today, Brandon J. Hollis. Let's bring him in the program. Doc, how you doing, man?
Brother Steve, I am doing good. It is so good to be on with you. I mean, and just watching that video right there of your introduction, I'm telling you, it reminds me how honored I am to be able to be on live on the Brother Steve TV show right now. Thank you so much, big bro.
Let me see. This is $1 here. $2 here. Break it up, Doc. Make it happen. Doc, good to see you, man. It's so good. We want to welcome all of our friends and family watching our broadcasting program right now. We're dealing with audio, video delays here on our side, but the show still goes on because it still looks good, and it's going to be great. We're so very, very grateful. But Doc, let's talk about this.
Yes.
I saw some stuff that came out. I was like, shut up, what? And then this came to me. Let me get on my side of the screen. The new book,
wow,
Life, Quotes and Remix.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this new book. I mean, first of all, what made you want to write a book?
I'm telling you, first of all, Brother Steve, and I've got to go on record and say this. I'm not a big reader. I really am not. My best friend will tell you that. My wife will tell you that. I'm not a big reader. And so when I do read, I've always wanted it to be simple. Just give me the meat of what I need to see and let me apply it to my life. You say, wait a minute, Hollis, you a preacher. I know you read the Bible. I do, but I didn't say that. Well, we'll leave that there. But
leave that right there.
I find it when you're doing that. There's my sister. Hey, I see you on, big sis. Listen, I said I've got to tap into the people that are like me. that do not like a hard read, a read that's difficult and extra long and all of that jazz, God gave me an idea, and I absolutely give him all the credit for it, because I'm not smart enough to come up with an idea like this. For a long time, Brother Steve, I was putting out quotes on my Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. I would just hear something from heaven and I put it out there. And so many people were so blessed by my quotes that I said, well, we've got to do something with these. God gave me the idea. I took all my quotes that I have put out there for the last, I don't know, 3 to 4 years. I put them all together. I did you a favor, everybody that'll read this book. You ain't got to go to the Bible. I found scripture that supported every quote that I've ever put out, and I put it together. So I've categorized it. I've got quotes that deal with relationship. I've got quotes that deal with forgiveness, quotes that deal with self-awareness, quotes that deal with spirituality. I've separated all those quotes, categorized them, added scripture to them. So now all you got to do is read this book, find a quote that's going to give you a push and scripture that's going to support it. And now you've got everything you need to conquer the mountains and the hills and the valleys of life. Because that's what that was originally what I was going to name the book. I was going to name it Push-Ups, because every now and then you need something that's going to build your strength. Life hits us hard, Brother Steve, as you know. Things happen all around us. Folks get funny. Things get strange. Your money gets out of whack. Doctor gives you a bad report. You need something that's going to give you a push up, the strength in your body, in your spirit, in your mind, in your soul, that's going to allow you to make it from day to day. That's what Life Quotes is. The remix comes in because God gave me this vision some time ago, and I released Life Quotes, and I got to tell on myself, I did not push it the way I was supposed to. I did not put all the energy behind it that I should have. I should have called you, Brother Steve, when I released that first book, and I didn't. And so what I did was in my prayer time, and God spoke to me. He said, when I give you, and this goes to everybody that's listening right now, when God gives you an idea, a sermon, a song, a book idea, and you don't do everything in your power to push it to the masses, you're not doing yourself an injustice. You're doing God an injustice. You're shortchanging God. He's the one that's giving you the idea, and you don't do nothing with it. You are shortchanging God. And he chastised me. And so I said, Lord, forgive me. I'm going to do it again. And I added new quotes. I added new scripture. God gave me fresh revelation. I put it in this book, and I titled it Life Quotes Remix. And I'm going to do everything in my power to get it around the world.
Wow. Well, we want to welcome all our friends and family from the Church Family Channel watching our program, and author, preacher, speaker, minister, Brandon J. Hollis. Brandon, I've been knowing you for almost over 32 years.
Yes, sir. Yes,
when
sir.
you was a teenage, no, you was a child. You weren't even a teenager, a child preacher.
That's right. A child. Yes, sir.
Child preaching. All right. So let's talk about some of the quotes that's in this book that people can hear and learn and check out.
I'm telling you, I have just waking up sometimes, and God will speak to me very clearly. And I'm telling you, I will immediately go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, and put stuff out there that people can grab, and it's understandable. One of the things about me that I believe God has anointed me for is being able to grasp both our seasoned saints as well as my generation. And I don't make things too difficult where people don't understand. In fact, I base my life, Brother Steve, off of one scripture in particular. And that scripture is becoming all things to all men that I might win some. And I take that to heart because not everybody is going to want you to exegete a text and do all of that and have all your theologians and all of that background. No, just give it to me straight. Give it to me the way I need it so I can get out of where I am and get into a better position in life. So I've got some of everything in this book that deals with that. And I wish I had the book in front of me right now so I could just go down the list and kind of share some of these quotes that are in there. But I'm telling you right now, when you go in here and start flipping through these quotes, my wife, look, Brother Steve, my wife, she pulled out the book yesterday and she just opened it up. And whatever page it opened up to, she read one of my quotes and said, "My God, that really just hit me."
Oh,
now you know you're doing good when your wife goes ahead and gives you some praise.
Yes,
So I'm excited. I'm excited for people to see what the Lord has downloaded into my spirit. And I made sure everything he spoke to me, I put it on paper and I got it over to you.
So can you give us an example or maybe one or two of your quotes that you know off the top of your head that can bless our viewers right now?
Absolutely. One of the ones that I actually go back to quite often that I think of is I'll think about how God told me. He said, there is a blind person that walks around all the time, but still gets where they're going, not because they don't have direction, but because they have the sense of determination. And I applied that with so many different scriptures that go into that. But applying the fact that it doesn't matter what your situation is, it doesn't matter what it is that's stopping you or what the enemy has posed to be a stumbling block for you. All you need is determination, that push that says, I'm going to keep going no matter what, and you will succeed. So that's just one of the things. And I believe wholeheartedly, Brother Steve, that when you read something like that, of course, scripture is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And scripture holds so much weight and so much power. But just seeing those words like that and thinking about a blind person that still moves about. Now, yes, they've got that walking stick and they're moving about. But when you think about, they're still getting where they have to go. And here you are with eyesight, with vision. Some of us got 20/20 vision and ain't moved on nothing that God told us to do. We've got to move like we're supposed to move to get where God has us destined to be. So when you see stuff like that, it will encourage you. I don't know how it can't encourage you to move on and get where you're supposed to get in life.
You know, let me ask you, what makes your book, and I know the answer, but I want to just reiterate to our viewers, what makes your book different? Everybody says a book. I got a book. No, I mean, what makes your book different?
It is different because these are daily pushes, something that is going to get behind you and give you that spiritual, mental, and physical push. Some of us are dealing with so many mind battles. The enemy is attacking our mind. If he can get you in your mind, he can stifle where you are in life in general. I believe my book is different because every time you flip that page, you're going to find something that's going to prick you right where you are. God gave me these quotes. This is not Brandon. This is not me sitting down at a computer and strumming up something. This is revelation from God.
Yes, sir.
And I'm certain that there are other books out there that give the same thing. But I'm telling you, there's only one Brandon Hollis. And so God spoke to me in this way. And I believe that's what sets this book apart from all the others.
Where can people reach you if they want to have you come preach at the church? Now, let our viewers know. Some people will be asking, yes, this is the original IHOP preacher. So when you see the IHOP on our television channel, this is the original. I'm going to set him up. I'm going to have him give us about 30 seconds of the IHOP meal real quick so you know where the IHOP preacher So when somebody else be on Instagram trying to fake it, no. This is the original IHOP preacher with
That's
the
right.
IHOP message right here. The Rooter, the Tootie, all that fresh and fruity IHOP preacher. So before he give us the IHOP sample, tell us where people can find you, about your ministry and how they can book you. They want to have you come preach. You just, I've seen you for years, and you tear the church up. So I'm warning to the pastors out there watching.
Brother Steve, I'm on all social media platforms, all the primary social media platforms. You can find me on Instagram, Brandon J. Hollis. You can find me certainly on Facebook, Brandon J. Hollis. You can find me on Twitter, Brandon Hollis. And I'm also on TikTok as well. And I just set up TikTok, but I believe it's Brandon J. Hollis as well. Most of my bookings come through social media. I do have an email now. That's bhollisbooking@gmail.com. Again, that's bhollisbooking@gmail.com. But I'm a be straight. I don't have a bunch of team members and all of that behind me right now. If you hit me up on social media, that's the best way for us to solidify a date for me to come. And I would love to come and be a blessing to the house. And certainly, while God has me traveling as an evangelist right now, I'm soaking it up, Brother Steve. I mean, I want to get on the West Coast where you are. I want to travel, and not because I don't have anything else to do, but because this is the call of God on my life, so that I can go in and win souls for his kingdom. That's what he's commissioned me to do, and I want to make sure that I can do that. So please hit me up on my social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Brandon J. Hollis on Facebook and Instagram, Brandon Hollis on Twitter, and Brandon J. Hollis on TikTok. I'd love to hear from you.
Who do you want to give a shout out to before we go into the IHOP preacher ceremony? Real quick, so you know, but I'm going to give a shout out for you. Hello to your mom. She's the absolute best. Love your mom and your wonderful sister out there, Lauren, and the crew. Now, who you want to give a shout out to?
Well, you've handled it with my mom, and certainly I would not be where I am today had it not been for her dedication and sacrifice. So certainly shout out to her. Definitely is my wife. My wife lately has been traveling everywhere with me since we've been married, and we got married in 2018, and she's been on that road with me, and now we got 2 kids, and they're on the road with me. Shout out to my baby girl and my 2 children, Leilani and Baraz. Certainly shout out to my best friend, Lafayette Lane. He's going to be releasing a book here soon. I can't wait to get my hands on that. And shout out to my leaders, my pastors, Bishop Shisan Tyson, and certainly the Superintendent Ross Johnson, and my Bishop Edward T. Cook. And wait a minute, there's one more I got to shout out. Shout out to the baddest promoter on this side of heaven, the one, the only, Brother Steve Harris.
Oh. You got me on. I was like, okay, who's this stuff? When you come on the Church Family Channel, people will see this new coming up real soon. The Church Family Channel, you see the original IHOP preacher. And he's going to give us a sample of the IHOP. We were sitting at IHOP one day, like 20-some years ago, and we was eating, and we just like, I'm like, Doc, make up a sermon right now on this IHOP breakfast. So go ahead and give us a quick sample on the IHOP pancakes, sausage, eggs, fresh fruity rooty tooty.
Well, we have here now some fresh, fluffy pancakes, and I want them saturated in hot syrup. And then I want me some scrambled eggs with cheese. Not only do I want scrambled eggs with cheese, but then I want me some turkey sausage. When you get done giving me the turkey sausage, then I want me a tall glass of cold orange juice. Win, 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 win. When I get done with my orange juice, I'll have my pancakes. I'll have my scrambled eggs with cheese. I'll have my turkey sausage, and I'll have my orange juice. That is what I'll have at IHOP. Grab your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, I've got the best meal at IHOP. Clap your hands and say, yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah.
Now, when you go to IHOP and he places that order for you, I know your food's going to come out fresh. The new book, Life Quotes Remix, by the one and only author Brandon J. Hollis. You got to get your hands on it. It's available right now on Amazon.com. Go get the book. Quotes that help you through your life, quotes that encourage you, quotes that lift you up, quotes that help you through hard times and struggles, but quotes that are from God that'll keep you going. Doc, thank you so much for being with us on our program today. You have always been a blessing. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And thanks for everything. And stay on the line with us for 1 second. From Hollywood, California, I'm Brother Steve. Have a great rest of the day. God bless.
We go.